Good morning. So today I'm going to be explaining how attacking works in the game. So I'll give you a quick demonstration. So first we have to go find the enemies. There's a little vampire village down here. We're going to head to it. Oh, here they are. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. So as you can see, you hit them, they start losing health and they die. And I'll show you the soldiers as well. Soldiers are up here in the other village. Oh, there they are. Oh, they attack quick. That's one thing, but the vampires hit harder. But these guys swing quicker. So boom, boom, boom. Oh okay, he killed me, and I can respawn, and yeah, the enemies are also back. So let me explain how the attacking works. So let's check the game loop. Okay. So if you press K, your player starts to attack. And this is handled in the character class. Right here. So it says the action to attacking. And then where most of the logic actually happens is in the update function. So let's go down. Okay. So this dealing damage flag here is the way we really know. If the player is dealing damage. So it can be attacking and not dealing damage. So when it's in the middle but its swing, it's attacking but it's not dealing damage. I only wanted to deal damage for a single frame. So what I did was that I assigned a keyframe to the animation. So if you look up here, where, no, should be in the player class, you'll see that my attack, they have keyframes. So at frame 5 is when the character will be dealing damage, and this is at the end of his swing. So whenever we get to frame 5, it'll set dealing damage to true, and you'll see down here, if the player is dealing damage, which is for that single frame, it gets the damage box. So that's another function of the character class. So that was already in player. Okay. So you'll see get damage box. It just returns a rectangle to the left, right, bottom, or top of the player, of the player's hitbox specifically. So a reason why I have a hitbox, let's see if I can do a little demo for you. Okay. So my player sprite is like this. So it's a big rectangle, and then the character is like in the center. However, I don't want it so that when you hit here, the player is hurt. So I have these offsets, and it creates, so like this is the player's X, but the player's hitbox is like slightly offset inside, and I also offset the width, so it's kind of like this. The whole sprite is this size, but then the hitbox is about this size. And so, yeah. And you'll see here, if the player is dealing damage, which he is for a single frame, it gets the damage box. So let's say this is the enemy. I'll copy him over. This is my player. I'll make him red. No. Alright, this will be the enemy. No, me. And this is my player. So when my player attacks, he's facing this direction at the moment, the left. So it'll give you a rectangle to the left of him. So about like here. And if this rectangle overlaps with the enemy's hitbox, not with the enemy's whole box, it'll have to align with this. It'll have to be like this. Then the enemy takes damage and he gets knocked back. So take damage is pretty simple. If the player is alive, if not is not alive, then you just return. Then you subtract some health, and if the health is less than or equal to 0 now, then that means the player has died. If it's not dead, then he's hurt. So this plays the hurt animation, and this triggers the start of the dying animation. And also that receiving damage is also set to true. And that also happens for the enemy's attacks. So you'll see so this isn't a loop that goes through all the enemies, by the way. So we check if the player is dealing damage to any of the enemies in this loop, or if any enemy is dealing damage to the player, and it works the same way as the player attacking. So if the enemy's damage box overlaps with the player's hitbox, then player.take damage and player knockback.